Friday, May 14th, and it's a beautiful day out there. I'm glad we took the day off today. We've got the hangar door open. We're gonna get to work on the airplane. We will be test fitting the ailerons and the flaps, and we're gonna make sure that they don't have interference with gap seals. I pointed that out yesterday. So we'll make sure that all fits up there, and if it does, then we will cut those little pieces I showed yesterday. We'll cut those out of the little gaps in those seals, and then we'll rivet this up, rivet that trailing edge, or that bottom edge of that gap seal on. And what else?
Flip it over and do the other.
Flip it over and start on the other side. Had a meeting with the avionics shop that we're going to be using. Just super preliminary initial meeting with their head guy, and kind of talking about what information they need from us and what we'd kind of like to see in the panel. So we've got a questionnaire from them to start going over, and we've got some thinking to do about exactly what we want to see in the panel, but we'll talk about that later. All right, we're gonna take this little joining tab between the two halves of this gap seal. If you can see underneath, I don't know, can you see underneath where this is the exit hole for the push-pull tube for the flaps? And how when this is on here, it covers up like probably a quarter or more of that hole. So you got to cut that off. I'll just nip this off. Right there. Right there.
And you don't want to do it too early in the process, or you mess up the integrity of that piece.
You risk bending this, and that's what that piece is for. It keeps all of this rigid. So you don't cut that off until after it's riveted on, or do the instructions say does it say until it's cleat-coat on? I can't remember, but
when you're sure of the fit.
Yeah. So once we made sure everything was right, and we waited till after we riveted on here, now we're just gonna cut that off and then just file that edge. Like so. And then repeat. Talked about this on the the other wing. This is the truss strut doubler, spar doubler. It's on the back side, and the directions call out. Do they call out the wrong rivet, or is it just not specified? It just says use a longer rivet. So when you go to rivet this gap seal on for the aileron, where this doubler is, you have to use, calls for a stainless 42.
That's CCPP 44.
Right, but the other ones are 42s, right?
42.
Yeah, so the rest are 42. We measured this, and this comes out to a 44. Just so those two center rivets on the back are a 44 instead of a 42 like the rest of them. Okay, we got the wing moved over, I should say turned over. Got our jigs clamped down. So when we did this, when we got the jigs on here, that C channel that we're using on either end, we made sure that those are both level with each other. So there's 0.00 degrees of level. What am I? They're the same. They're both at 0 degrees. And then we got the wing moved over. We clamped it down on both ends at the leading edge. And then we just now checked for level from the leading edge to the trailing edge down the wing, and it is perfectly level all the way full length. So we're good there. So that just kind of goes to show you that if you start with a good base, that'll prevent a lot of issues that you have, when you come up and get the wing on the jig. We got our stringer trimmed up for the wing. The wing stringer is this piece right here, and where it crosses this truss, you have to file out a little bit of it so that it doesn't ride on that truss. Actually, you have to file it so it'll even fit in there, and then you have to get it adjusted so there's a little bit of a gap. So what we're going to do now is we're going to lay the bottom skin on, and we'll cleco this up to we'll put a few clecos in the skin, make sure it's all aligned, and we'll cleco that stringer in, and we'll check to see if that needs to be adjusted at all. We're done for the day, and we made some pretty significant progress here. We finished up the riveting of the skin, the top skin on the bottom side of the wing. Finished that up. Did all the riveting across the skin on the back to the back spar. Got our gap seal installed. Checked the fit on that. Got it all riveted. We took the wing off the table and we put the jigs on. We did the jigs and put the wing back on and got our skin all fitted up and trimmed. Not trimmed, but where we needed to file around the tie down ring needed that had to do that on the other wing too, so we had to fix that. Got that done. Got the skin cleat on, and we are ready to drill, countersink, dimple this leading edge. That's our next step. And then after that, we'll clean it up and we'll start riveting the skin on. That's what we got done today. So we'll be back again and tomorrow since we took a long week. I keep thinking today is Sunday.
No,
it's
we're on
not.
Plaincation.
Plaincation. Hey, thanks for the views and subscriptions and comments and questions. If you have anything to contribute, if you have anything to ask or say or suggest, please do so. And thanks for watching. That's it for now.